Here we go.
You're tuning in to Will Love Listen. Now listen.
Okay, Kathy, you still with us?
Yeah, hi.
Okay, you're on with Kathy.
Kathy's on with Kathy?
No, Kathy's on with Will.
Hi, Will.
The infamous Kathy Griffin. You know, we haven't spoken since 2018.
Honey, I haven't done a lot of shit since 2018. Like work, WERQ, caps, all caps.
There's
It's
a lot.
been a shit fest, Will.
Yeah, no, I know it has. I mean, I'm looking forward to catching up, but we really have to talk about everything but 2018 to now. So, first off, how are you doing? How is your health, most importantly?
Oh my God, you're so nice for asking. So I'm cancer-free. I just had another surgery on my paralyzed left vocal cord, which is permanently paralyzed from when they took out half my fucking lung from lung cancer, even though I never smoked. Will, what about that shit? I have half a fucking lung.
That is scary. So, I was
Do you
shocked.
think it makes me look thinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it. Worth it.
But so how did
While everybody else is on Ozempic, I'm just like, take out half an organ. It'll make me look thinner, God damn it. Do it.
I mean, hey, it worked.
It worked.
How did that even start? Because I know you revealed to the public August 2021. Were you did it come, was it hereditary? Like what?
I'm 63 and the surgeon was like, do you think you were exposed to radon or something? And I go, fuck yeah, I was exposed to everything. We used to have the DDT truck, and my dear departed beloved mother, Maggie, who hopefully you love because it's your job as a gay man to love her.
I did.
And she's still in purgatory. I just have some news for you. She's not in heaven yet. I just checked. Anyway, and she would literally call and be like, kids, the DDT truck is coming, and we would run behind it while dancing and yelling, I'm in a cloud, I'm in a cloud. Now, what kind of 1960s crazy bullshit is that? But I don't know if that's how I got it, but I never smoked, and who knows, maybe I got it from my early days in the clubs.
It's just so crazy. I mean, it's just so shocked because you're not a smoker, so it's just
no. And I use my voice for a living, and so leave it to me to get injured during the fucking surgery where they take out half the lung. But cancer free, although I am not above playing the cancer card. Like if I can't get a table at Nobu, I'll tell them the cancer came back even though it didn't. Go ahead, judge me all you want, Will. I've been judged by the fucking Department of Justice. I can handle you, Will.
Oh yeah, and that's what we discussed last time. I can't believe all that shit that you went through back in 2017 and how much it affected your career. That was and you were under like a microscope by the government. So
it was so crazy. Like to this day, I still can't believe people lost their shit about that fucking picture the way they did. And by people, I mean the fucking administration, the Attorney General, and the Department of Justice. But like, it's still, the great Jane Fonda told me, kid, this is going to be on your tombstone. And she's right. So I just accept it. I talk about it. I'm asked about it. But how much did we love Trump getting hit with that $83.3 million judgment?
I'm sure you were celebrating.
You have no idea. I'm on a daily text chain. Get this. With Stormy Daniels, Mary Trump, and E. Jean Carroll.
Wow, now that is a text. I would love to look through those texts. I mean...
Oh, okay. We let it fly, Will. I mean, hey, the government better not ever subpoena those texts because we're all going to hell in a handbasket and jail because we just let it fly. And I love those girls so much. They are so strong and inspirational and smart. And fucking E. Jean, man, 80 years old, sitting there through 2 trials on that witness stand with his lawyer, who, by the way, his lawyer is like turning into Ivanka, kind of like she talks like Ivanka now, or as I describe Ivanka, just a bag of Xanax. Like that is not a high energy person. But E. Jean did it. She fucking did it, and she is a hero. And she's the first person to actually hold him accountable in a court of law. First person.
Yeah.
She better
So
get that money, Will. She
I
better get that fucking money.
I know. That's a lot of friggin' money. So
But Mary, Stormy, and I are happy to go collect the money personally. In fact, we've already put in a request with her team.
oh, this ought to be good. That is that is a like a team right there.
See, we should be a band. We
Yeah.
should be a band.
Yeah, I know. What would the band name be though? That's the question.
The Force. Just the Force. Because those dames are a fucking force and they inspire me and I love those girls and they know what it is to take on the fucking beast.
Oh no, that is true.
Now I just want to get back to I'm so happy to be going back to the Count Basie. I can't even tell you.
I know. I'm so excited that you're touring. I'm so excited that you have all these shows lined up.
Oh, thank
I
you.
love seeing. I mean, well, I literally was a fan of you since I was like a very, very young kid because my parents used
Oh,
your show, My Life on the D-List, and
oh, thanks.
yeah, I probably shouldn't even have been watching it, but I got into it through them,
I
and
love to hear that. I love to hear it because it was really real. Like, trust me, there were no scripts, no writers. Like, and it was only 8 episodes a season. Like, it wasn't like now where the housewives are like 20 and shit. But they just followed me around for 6 months a year, hoping I would do funny shit.
oh, you did. There were some amazing ones. Like I remember when you went to the friggin' what was it, the base in Iraq?
Hello, they tried to kill me on that show. I swear to God. They'd be like, what do you want to do this season? What if you go to a war zone? And I go, well, I already went to Afghanistan off camera. And they're like, let's go to Iraq. And I said, okay. And we did.
That was such an amazing show. I mean, I wanted to.
And I found my gays in Iraq.
Oh, I'm
Like,
sure.
I talk about it on one of the specials, but literally I was in the, the mess hall, right, where they eat. And
Yeah.
I straight up heard the gay gasp. And I heard this boy just go, oh, Diva, what are you doing here in the middle of Iraq?
See, I could so picture that. You have to have a lot of closet cases in the military.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then yeah,
Oh, it's right. It's so I was like, I actually maybe had my best performances in the freaking mess hall. Like, I'm not kidding. It would just be me and like 10 like queers, girls, boys, whatever, just shooting the shit and laughing. And it's harder for queer people in the military. I'm convinced of it. It just is.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because of the whole like judge, like the label and judgment that goes along with like being out in the military, even though that is acceptable now, you still know there are a lot of like people on the
It's the
down low in the military.
culture.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah, it's the culture. And let me tell you, my friend, I'm really, really scared about queer rights in general right now, because let me tell you, these Republicans are not playing around. They are rolling the clock back, and they're the way they're so obsessed with drag brunches. Like, what fucking year is this that they're obsessed about drag brunches? And the stuff they obsess about, and having gone through it, like the way they obsessed about my picture, and to this
yeah.
day, like, then they're still kind of obsessed with me in a weird way. And like, I always tell the theaters, like, don't go on your fucking Facebook page. Like, I guarantee you the Count Basie Facebook page probably has like die bitch and stuff. But like, I'm just used to it now. It's a badge of honor. Everywhere I go, somebody's going to go on Facebook and say die bitch. But I don't care. The audience will be awesome. And I've played that theater many times and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're one of those figures, and I just feel like Facebook is so negative. I'm like, they should
Yes.
plug it on Instagram, but avoid the Facebook.
Yeah. Agree. Instagram is way nicer. And if I try to do a TikTok live, it's overrun with MAGA people. And then the latest thing is the MAGA people have now turned into QAnon people. And those nut jobs think I went to Epstein Island with Hillary Clinton
Yes.
and molested children.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought that up because I
Okay.
I saw that on social media. Like that's been going
What?
on for a while. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you see all these names and some of them you get and you're like, okay, yeah, I definitely think that person went. And then you're like, Kathy Griffin, what the fuck?
You're like Madonna. I don't think Madonna went to fucking Epstein Island. But you know what? When you look at that list, it's all Democrats. Like, even poor Tom Hanks. It's because Tom Hanks is always stumping for, Biden or Obama. And, so that's what I try to tell people if they even think it's real. I'm like, just look at the names and what do we all have in common? Not that we molest children, but that we all are Democrats and liked Obama or whatever. But those people are fucking crazy. Now, what about the ones who think the Maui fires were started by a government laser?
Oh yeah, no, I saw that one too. But like the whole like Epstein bullshit with you, it's just like, come on. But I'm glad you brought
It
that up
is
because
insane.
people are like, I've seen online, they're like, oh, she'll never address it. And I'm like, well, clearly that's not true.
Of course I've addressed it, but no matter what I say, they're like, that's what a guilty person would say. And I'm just like, in what fucking world would I even meet Jeffrey Epstein? Also, I'm sorry, how did it go from you're mad at me because I took a picture of a Trump head to
Yeah.
now I'm molesting children with Madonna and Hillary? Like, just like, do you think these people ever have moments where they're like, that's probably crazy?
I don't know. Some of them know. Absolutely not. But I mean,
Do
like,
you know? Do you know any like QAnons? Are there gay QAnons?
yes, there are actually. Well, here's
No.
the thing. There are log, you're probably aware of this. There are log cabin gays, like,
Oh, honey, I don't understand those people, honey.
but
I have been trying
those
to
aren't the
address them.
same as QAnon gays. That's a different.
No, QAnon is another level. But I will tell you, I think a lot of the gays get into QAnon through that fucking wellness community. Because I know a lot of chicks that get into QAnon from like yoga and shit, because a lot of them are anti-vaxxers. And somehow you go from being against the vaccine to being pro-Trump in like one day. Like I've never seen anything like it. It's insanity.
I mean,
I know.
it's the layers.
The layer. Okay, so I keep talking about my age, right? So I'm 63. Never have seen anything like this, not only in my career, but my life, where like it seems like a third of the voting population in this country has lost their fucking minds, has lost their minds. And I can't talk to these people. Well, first of all, they think I'm a member of ISIS because, that makes sense. But people are like going in so deep. And I don't know if it was like COVID that I think it was a combination of
I
racism and
think
COVID. I really do.
I really do think so. I think that caused a lot of people to sort of go off the deep end, and it does make sense when you think about it, though.
Because
Um,
we're isolated.
yeah, you're isolated, and like people aren't supposed to have such a long period of time isolated and alone, and then they're worried about their own personal shit coupled with feeling like the world is ending. So
Right.
I feel like it really did affect like everyone, but it affected
Yeah.
everyone in a different way.
But that's why I named the tour. I hope you love the title, My Life on the PTSD List,
Yes, yes,
because
I do.
I legit was diagnosed with PTSD after like the Trump thing and my prescription pill addiction, which I'm in recovery for, and my cancer and blah, blah, blah. But I also have to make fun of it because I thought only like combat veterans got PTSD. But I am doing all kinds of crazy ass things to just keep my head above water. And I talk about all of it on stage because it's crazy. Like if you were going to walk into my house at any moment, you might see me meowing like a cat or mooing like a cow.
Okay, why?
It's supposed to relax me and open up my breathing. Now, look, I don't know if any of this shit works, but I just fucking do it all because it doesn't hurt. Like I get acupuncture once a week. It doesn't do a goddamn thing, but I just do it whatever. You know what else I do? I do that fucking cupping. Remember when Gwyneth Paltrow was doing that shit where it leaves
Oh,
scars on your back?
so
Oh,
I'm like
yeah.
you. I try every fucking thing. When you were talking about like these gays into wellness, like I'm like, oh well, I have to be honest, that is fucking me because like,
Good. Have your green drink.
yeah, I do all that the yoga, the
Yes.
meditation, the sage, the
Yep.
this, the that, but I've never tried
Yep.
anything.
Well, try it. I mean, all I know is that I had like 10 months where I had these panic attacks where I just couldn't stop vomiting. And so I like lost a bunch of weight and got really sick. And that scared the fuck out of me. So I literally have a team of professionals trying to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. I'm like that doll that Kate plays in Barbie. I'm like the broken Barbie, but soon to be put back together again on the stage at the Count Basie Theater. Because, touring is the panacea for me. Like, I love any TV shows I've had and specials, and I love all that stuff. But there's nothing like the live experience. And I think that's why people are like coming out to this tour is we have all been locked up and COVID isn't totally over. I mean, I literally just got over it myself and I didn't have it for the whole 4 years and I finally got it. But we're all, I think, in this place of like, what the fuck is going on? So we got to just talk about it and laugh about it because it's fucking nuts out there.
Oh yeah, it is. And it's like if you don't like talk about it or even cry over it, you're gonna go fucking nuts. So you need to
You're
just
not human.
everything that's going on in the world and just make light of it because what else can you do?
Nothing. I don't know what I can do to save that poor new wife of Kanye's. I don't know what the hell that game is that he's playing with her where she has to put a pillow in front of her boobs and walk around in high heels.
You
What is
don't
that
feel
about?
you don't feel like that's a little bit like of a fake relationship? Because I kind of do.
Oh, I think he is a complete psycho narcissist. And so I don't even think he's capable of like a loving relationship. But the thing that I don't get is when he would do stuff like that with Kim, she would be selling the outfits on Skims and be a fucking billionaire. This poor chick is just, I don't know what she gets out of it.
Yeah.
Like I see what he gets out of it, but, and I just came back from Australia where I went with Sia. What about that? Sia and
Oh.
Kathy took Australia. Oh, I actually have a story about Sia in the new show where she and I went to Mexico and everything went wrong. It was a total like Lucy and Ethel week, and we just couldn't stop laughing. So anyway, I'm still sprinkling in like a nice healthy chunk of celebrity stuff, but you know, as of now, I actually don't even mention Trump in the new show. Like if
Oh,
he does something really crazy that day, you know, like the day he stormed out during E. Jean's trial and stuff, I'll acknowledge it. But like I kind of did that with the last tour and I made that movie about it called A Hell of a Story. And like now I'm trying to move on and just make fun of my whole life and all the crazy shit that I'm doing and that we're all doing. And every day there's new madness. Like I can barely keep up. So I'll be checking online until the very second I go on stage.
oh, that's good. That's good. I like that you're moving away from it just because I know like you get like shit for it. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably better for
I
you anyway.
kind of told it. Like I really told that story in a thorough way on the last tour. So I feel like, and I honestly feel like the folks that are going to come see me in Jersey, they know, like no one probably has a ticket to come see me that's like, who's this Kathy Griffin you speak of? I have no idea what she's about. So I'm lucky in that I get a lot of repeat business because people know I change up my act all the time.
Yeah,
So
which I
it's
love.
like nice for me. I love it too. That to me is like why you do it. I don't get these comics that just like write a show, memorize it, and do it for 2 years everywhere. That sounds boring to me. But I'm going to be seeing what's going on in Red Bank. I've got my eye on Jersey too.
I know that's gonna be fun. I'm so looking forward to that. And
Oh, good.
especially because and I like the concept of the tour, My Life on the PTSD List, because you, me, and I feel like a lot of people fucking suffer from fucking PTSD and trauma today.
Yes,
It,
seriously. Like, so let's talk about it and laugh about it. And, I talk about everything. I talk about being in recovery for prescription pills. I mean, first of all, who the fuck goes into recovery at 59 years old? Talk about a late goddamn bloomer. Half the time I'm in an AA meeting and I'm laughing at myself. But, it happened after the Trump thing. I was like home all day, just taking pills, going, I don't know what's going to happen next. And then, ended up on a fucking 5150 psych hold, like a combo of Britney and Kanye combined. So I had to talk about all of it because there I was, just like somebody from my act, on a fucking psych hold for 3 days.
wow. Well, I mean
I
that
know.
when was that exactly? Because I mean I know about the cancer timeline, but
It was right a year before I got cancer. So it was funny is I was sober, like I celebrated my like year of sobriety, and then I got diagnosed with cancer like a week later.
oh,
But I'm cancer free. I just had, surgery on my paralyzed left vocal cord last week. But the point is, cancer free and feeling good. I do a 90-minute walk per day, and I do it for my lung capacity, but also for my mental health. And on my walks, in my mind, I yell at people and have confrontations.
I get
And I
that.
always win in my fantasy world. I always win the argument. It's fantastic.
Or that sounds like me when I'm working out and I'm like in my head. And then sometimes I think to myself,
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder like how I looked at the gym and if people could tell like I had a whole fucking ordeal going on while I was working
A
out.
whole ordeal. I love it. I come home, I feel cleansed. It's fantastic.
That's good.
Guess
That's
who's coming over for dinner?
who?
Trixie Mattel.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Tonight?
How gay is that? I think I have a gayer night than you do tonight.
Yeah, oh, you definitely do. That
So
Trixie.
that is, I love her, and I'm going to interview her for Interview Magazine. And then I happened to see her yesterday at a party, and I'm going to drop a name. The party was once again at Sia's house, and fucking Shaka Khan was there. And then they had this really like tongue-in-cheek, silly ceremony where Sia made Shaka her fairy godmother.
Oh, look, you're really mixing and mingling. But and that's
Look at me
like,
mingling and schmingling with fairy godmothers.
yeah, for real. And it sounds like you probably go to all the friggin' best parties.
And honey, if I'm not invited, I have them myself. So I have these salon parties. I don't know if you've been watching any of my social media,
I
but I
have,
live for them.
yeah, no, I have. So discuss that because you should
Okay, so I
get
had
your
one for
party show.
I tend to have them for, well, there's a guest of honor. I'm very strict. There's 12 people, and there's no side conversations allowed. It's only one person speaking at a time, and that's key because then everybody actually gets to know each other. But I tend to have them for like if somebody's been going through a hard time, or like I had two for Dylan Mulvaney because the Fox News folks are obsessed with her and the Bud Light thing, and she's just been getting a Fox News, Breitbart, Newsmax beat down. And so I had one that was girls only, and that was really fun. And then I had one that was mixed. But I said to her, I go, I'm going to invite a bunch of straight guys to the second dinner salon. And you want to be a chick? Guess what? You're going to be at the table and have a bunch of guys talking over you because that's what happens when you're a woman. Welcome, honey. Welcome to the gender. Come on in. And we all laughed and had a blast.
That sounds like fun. I love the whole concept of that. I feel like it should be on like a full-fledged like a streaming series.
It should be on fucking HBO or some shit. It's because the conversations are really interesting, and I cast it like a play. Like, like I purposely put Dylan with people that she wouldn't maybe typically meet. And then I had two for E. Jean Carroll because E. Jean was such a hot ticket. Everybody wanted to meet her. I had one for Mary Trump. I had one for Stormy Daniels. But I've been doing these a long time. Do you want to know who the first one I ever had was for?
Who?
Sidney Poitier.
Really?
Can you believe that shit? Now, I know
Yeah.
that makes me sound old, but I learned how to do these. I stole the idea from my dear departed friend, Gloria Vanderbilt. And because, old people don't have phones at the table anyway. So I would go to parties at Glo Vandy's house. That's what I called her, Glo Vandy. And I'd be like, hey, this is like what a gathering should be. Like not people staring at their phones, but actually talking to each other. And then she said, if you have a guest of honor, it makes the other guests behave better. And she's right.
Oh, I could picture that.
Because sometimes I have to crack the whip. And I make people ask permission to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you do?
Which I don't always grant.
Oh, that's intriguing. That you probably know a lot of people
Correct.
because I remember during your last tour, I was shocked to know how friendly you became with the Kardashians.
Isn't it nuts? They took me in when my own family wouldn't talk to me. I mean, they you can say what you want about them, but they know hard times and they know a gal in trouble. And let me tell you something. Every time Kris Jenner sends me flowers, I have to call the florist and ask how much they cost because I believe flowers can even come in that size. They're like the size of a Buick.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure they're probably really good gift givers, but it's just so funny because you read them like for filth, and who would have thought you guys would be like, good friends?
Well, did you know I have a deal with Kim?
No, explain.
Okay, this is genius. Okay, so we used to live next door to each other, which I talked about a lot in the last tour, which really was amazing. It was with Kanye. And, she'd come over every so often, or I'd go over there or whatever. And she's a very nice girl, like not the sharpest tool in the box, but easy to get along with and very sweet. And so she was saying how she was obsessed with Elizabeth Taylor. And I said, did you know that Joan Rivers and Liz Taylor were actually really, really good friends? And she was like, no way. And I said, Joan Rivers would rake Liz Taylor over the coals in her act, but Liz Taylor thought it was funny. And I said, so here's the deal. And this is a conversation we had after. Remember when she was robbed in Paris at gunpoint?
Yes.
So that was real. She didn't make any of that up. And she was obviously terrified. And so I said, look, here's the deal. If you let me still call you a dirty whore in my act for the rest of my life, I will be a free comedy concert whenever you want. Like if you're ever scared or you just need a laugh, you call me and I will literally just start doing stand up until you hang up. And she's done it twice. It's hysterical.
That's so cool that you have such like a good relationship with her.
A deal is a deal, God damn it. I love that dirty whore.
Who are some of your besties in Hollywood? Because I recall during the last tour, like when you went through all that trauma, I know you mentioned that a lot of people dropped you. So,
Oh,
like,
most everybody dropped me. Most everybody dropped me. Like, I would say certainly my besties are the people that didn't. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm talking about Sia a lot, but, you know, because we see each other a lot. But she was really there for me. And Jane Fonda was there for me. I'm getting divorced. And I just called Jane like 2 days after I filed. And I just said, I call it the bat phone when I have to call Fonda. So I just called her and I go, it's KG, it's bad, I need you, I can't breathe. She's like, come over. So I went over, she was hugging me, I was hyperventilating. She listened to me cry on her shoulder, she told me her stories. Like, that's a good fucking bat phone to have. Now, I don't abuse it, but I was really grateful she was like, come on over and took care of me.
that's so sweet. And
I
Jane,
mean, fucking Fonda, man. She's like
yeah.
done it all, seen it all. She's just a shit. And she's so smart and she was so sweet. So it really meant a lot.
And I wanted to ask you about your divorce. So, I mean, it's been hitting the headlines that you filed, divorce from Randy Fick after
Yeah.
2 years of marriage. Could you like go let us know why, what happened? Are you okay? A little detail, if possible.
All I can tell you is I didn't want to and I'm heartbroken. So the way I'm just kind of trying to compartmentalize it is, first of all, we're going through the divorce. So I can't really like say anything. We do have a prenup. My dear saint lesbian Susie Orman would of course never allow me to not have a prenup naturally. But you know what? It's fucking painful. And I thought I was going to be with him forever. And did I think I was going to be 63 and single? Fuck no. But I'm so fucking grateful for this tour because I'm going to name drop again. Joan Rivers and I would talk about this all the time, how it seems like sometimes when you're going through a heartbreak, your career like takes off. Or if you're going through some sort of a personal struggle, all of a sudden the work comes in.
Yeah.
And, this thing was brewing. It didn't happen overnight. And then sure enough, I got a call from a manager and he was like, I think you got a raw deal. I think you should be working. And they got a woman manager and she got me an agent. And he said, I think you are ready to go back out there. And I sold out a couple shows in Vegas at the Mirage, which was cool.
Oh, I
And
saw
I did a
that.
double on a gay cruise.
I saw that with the Vegas stuff.
No, but the double on the gay cruise.
I want to know how that
Honey.
experience was.
Well, you have to come see me because it's my new 20 minutes. Those boys, let me tell you something. Let me just take you to school for a minute. I don't care how hard you think you may have partied in your life. Oh, no, 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 my dear. These boys, it is like fucking Sodom and Gomorrah. What happens on the ship stays on the ship. It's doctors, it's lawyers. There's theme parties. I mean, the Guns and Hoses theme party. And they have the nerve to actually say that it's a party for gay firemen and gay police officers. But it's just guys who want to fuck firemen and police officers. So they call it Guns and Hoses. And there are, as you know, very fit gays. And I've only done one straight cruise in my life. And it was hilarious because it's literally night and day. Like the gym is always empty. And on the gay cruise, there's like a waiting list for the fucking classes at the gym and everything. And, these boys, they will party until, quote, whenever. Like they'll have one party start at 3 a.m. And, they give you like the itinerary for the day. It'll go starts at 3, goes till whenever.
Oh,
whenever.
Well, they like to fucking party. Like eat like
Party! Oh
I've
my
been to some
God, and the
parties where like
outfits.
It's going on till fucking sunrise in the city, and I was like, wow, I'm like, even I can't fucking handle this shit. But
No, it is a circuit party on the sea. It's a circuit party on the high seas. And honey, they don't care if there's turbulence. They are putting on, and there's always like a Breaking Bad theme party. And I didn't know the gays love Breaking Bad, but I guess they are torn between wanting to be Walter White and Jesse Pinkman. So I've done some gay cruises where you dress as either Walter White or Jesse Pinkman, and yet somehow it's always that one like tarp apron with no pants. Oh, come on.
oh, that does sound fun.
I
You
mean,
could
Walter
you
White
could
wore pants
probably
sometimes. Come on, boys.
you could probably do a gay cruise tour in itself.
I want to do a special on a gay cruise, and I pitched it to Andy Cohen years ago, and he wouldn't let me, but I still think it's a good idea, and I want to do it. I don't want him to steal that idea from me. I think it would be hilarious, and I think the boys would have a blast, and just the behind-the-scenes stuff alone would just be a fucking riot.
I know that really would be good. And it's from the way you describe it, it would give like my life on the D-list vibes. So
Seriously.
yeah.
I'm
Because,
sorry to jump in. I got to grab her in about 2 minutes.
oh,
Okay.
make it count.
Oh shit. Well, I'm gonna make it count. See, are you meet and greets?
No, I'm not doing meet and greets. There's like a lot of security stuff that prohibits that. And I can tell you this, the Count Basie was the first show that I had to cancel when the Trump thing went down
Wow.
because they got like all these threats. So honestly, it's so meaningful for me to be able to go back there
Oh,
because
I
I would never blame the theaters. Like these theaters, they normally have like Blue Man Group and Stomp. And all of a sudden they go on their Facebook page and it's like, if that bitch takes the stage, I'm going to cut her cunt out. I'll never subscribe again. And she's an ISIS. And so, you know, my entire rest of that tour was canceled. And I'm like, yeah, Count Basie's having me back. Yes.
Well, it's a full circle moment for you.
It really is. I'm like super grateful and super happy.
Could you give any more tidbits about this tour?
Don't mention Trump. Talk a lot about the PTSD stuff, but in a way, hopefully, that's funny and relatable. Because look, everybody, in some way, you've been touched by either addiction or cancer or divorce. I mean, honey, if you could have seen me looking at my washing machine for 3 days in a row because I'm too famous to know how to do laundry, it was just pathetic. Just pathetic. So here I am, 63, starting over yet again, like my dear departed mentor, Joan Rivers. Because remember, she went through great highs and great lows, and she always dug herself out. So she's my inspiration.
Oh God, I love that. I love Joan. She was one of
I
my
love her
favorites.
much.
You know, I just love the unfiltered quality that you both have.
I mean, she was one of a kind, man. I miss her every day. I really do. And she would have given me the best advice, and she would have been there for me. I think about her a lot.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. What else? I'm like thinking, I'm like, I only have 2 minutes now, 1 minute.
I have no opener because I'm too excited. And also, I can't have an opener. It's always like the opener is always some straight guy that gets a prostitute. And then if he assaults her, then I'm on the hook because it was a hotel room. You know, I can't deal with these openers. It's just an evening with.
Yeah, I like that better because I mean, people come for the main act anyway.
Keep it simple. And I have a lot to say. You know me. I have to try to stop at 2 hours because sometimes I'll do like 3.5.
Yeah, I remember the Radio City show went on, but everyone loved it went long, but everyone loved that. I remember I was
Oh,
at
that audience was magical. I still remember that magical audience.
that was a special night. Oh,
All right, hon, did you get what you need?
yeah, I did. Oh, let's
Yeah.
set the record straight and shut him up. How did your name end up on that fucking list anyway? Or was it just all like
It's literally an Excel spreadsheet that anyone can make. Anyone can make one of those fakey. It doesn't even look like a real flight log, by the way. It's such like bullshit. But I just got on there because of the Trump picture. I'll tell you right now, if I had not taken that Trump picture, I would just be under the radar doing my D-list thing. But that Trump picture circulated the fucking world and has tentacles that live on for some of the Trump crazies. And the QAnon gays have to just understand all of the names that were on the actual flight log are already out there. Like, these are court cases. The only names that were redacted were names of the victims because they were minors at the time. So if you want to know who was at Epstein Island, you can read Julie K. Brown from the Miami Herald, who won a Pulitzer Prize. You can read Megan Twohey from the New York Times. It's actually incredibly easy to look up who is, it's Ellen Dershowitz. It's Itzhak Perlman, which is a weird one. It's Bill Gates. Clinton was never on for Epstein Island, but Clinton had flown with Epstein, Bill Clinton, not Hillary. Hillary was nowhere near any minor women, nor was I, nor was Madonna, nor was Robert De Niro. Like, some of the names on there are just, I have to laugh, except that some people really believe that shit, and that's scary.
Well, I'm just so glad that you addressed it so you could shut up the online people that are like, oh, she never addresses it. Well, you just did.
Oh my God, they're obsessed. And they get all these other crazy accounts to then like hop on, and they send these weird emojis, like just an emoji of an island or an emoji of an airplane. And I'm just like, you're really barking up the wrong tree. Just read a fucking newspaper. The names are there.
Oh man, I love it.
But people are crazy. But they're going to be crazy good in Jersey. I can feel it.
Yes, in a good way.
Yes, in a good way. The best way, the laughing way.
Oh,
All
no.
right, I'm doing 6 of these today. All right, honey, thank you so much. And when this comes out, tell Pam, and I'll put it on my socials and tag you and stuff.
Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. All right, hon, have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you. You too. Have a great one.
Bye.